woke up yesterday having a good day, not at school because of the hurricane, and I was like, man, I'm in a Universal mood today. I started listening to some music at the parks, and I saw something that completely changed my day.
Oh my goodness!
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. So yeah, if you can't tell, I'm not happy. I'm also very confused. This wasn't the video I wanted to make today, but I really need to let out my frustration and confusion over this rumor. So yeah, let's just get into it. So Marvel, you guys know Marvel, right? Yeah. So let's talk about Marvel Superhero Island. Marvel Superhero Island is my favorite land at Islands of Adventure. Maybe a bit biased coming from a huge Marvel fan, but it's true. I love the theming, making you feel like you jump straight into a comic book. I love the ride. Spider-Man is my favorite ride of all time. Hogan is one of my favorite coasters. I love shopping there. I just love everything about it. And for a while, I wasn't really afraid of it going away. And you may ask, but Uncovered, Disney owns Marvel. Of course it's going away, you idiot. And to that I say, I'm getting there. Shut up. So let me educate you real quick. Sit down, class. Today we'll be talking about how Universal gets to use Marvel while Disney doesn't. When Islands of Adventure was being made, they always wanted a superhero land. Even when it was Cartoon World before Islands of Adventure, they still wanted a superhero-based land. And of course, the superheroes that they wanted were from DC. Yeah, originally DC Comics was going to be in the park before Marvel. It was going to have a Batman coaster, a Superman ride. It was going to be cool. But ultimately, this didn't happen because at the time, DC was way bigger and more successful company than it is today. They were asking for too much money, so Universal ended up scrapping this and went for the next thing, Marvel. Marvel at the time wasn't doing so hot. Remember, this was before all the X-Men movies and the Raimi Spider-Man movies, and way before the MCU. So the only big hits they had were the animated series like X-Men and Spider-Man and the comics. So Marvel wasn't asking for too much money, and Universal went with Marvel. The contract was signed in 1994. The first thing that the contract describes is that it will be a land and with rides, shops, dining, all that stuff. Next is when the land must be open by for the contract to be valid. Nothing really wrong here. This also says the Universal has to pay a fee just to get into the contract. This was just a one-time fee, so they paid the fee and look, now they're in the contract. Now this is where it gets in depth into the contract, and it states, when the Marvel Universe opens within the above time period, the term of the agreement shall continue for as long as the Marvel Universe shall remain open at Universal Theme Park, except for termination for material breach, which basically means as long as Marvel Superhero Island is opened and standing, this deal and contract is valid, and there is nothing that Marvel could do to cut the deal unless Universal does something terrible with their brand. This contract also states that the first 2 years of Islands of Adventure's opening, they would have exclusive rights to the Marvel brand, after which they could extend those rights if they want to make another land somewhere else in the world, extending those rights. And in 2004, Universal Japan opened Spider-Man at their park, which is now closed, of course, but this is weird because in the contract it states it has to be a land, but in just Japan it's the ride. I'm guessing the terms and deal was different over there, but you know. So if Universal didn't expand, they won't have worldwide rights, but they do have the rights east of the Mississippi, but they would only get the rights to characters and families featured in the land, like Spider-Man, the Avengers, the X-Men, and Fantastic Four, all of which have rides in the land, which is pretty smart of Universal to do. This also explains why Walt Disney World only gets to use Guardians of the Galaxy, because they are not featured at Marvel Superhero Island, because they were nobodies at the time. 2009, when Disney bought Marvel, they chose to honor all these contracts Marvel had before they were bought out, which means this deal is still valid. So that's the contract. So what are these rumors? I actually saw this rumor a few days ago, but honestly I didn't really pay much attention to it because it wasn't from a big channel and I never really heard of them before, so I didn't really pay attention to it. When Universal News Today talked about it, I started to get worried. This is a news source I actually trust and I always go to for news. Let's talk logistically. If this is true, Universal is so stupid for doing this.
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
Marvel is one of their most popular and successful brands at their parks. It makes a bunch of money off of merchandise. People still love the rides and still go on them. It's not like the land and property isn't super popular. It is. Hulk still gets long wait times. Spider-Man gets decent to long wait times. There's nothing wrong. They also done a lot of refreshment work this year alone. Spider-Man got a bunch of new scoops. Painted a lot of the set dressings in the land. Everything is fine. You are stopping your biggest competitor, Disney, from one of their most successful and popular brands and characters. What are you doing? What stupid pills did you take this morning? Why would you want to get rid of this? This is not a hard decision. Now, coming from a Marvel and Universal fan, look, I can forgive them for potentially getting rid of Simpsons. I love the Simpsons, but I can get over that. But Marvel, a land that features my favorite ride of all time and some of my favorite characters ever, nah, Universal will lose so much of my respect, and I'm guessing a lot of other people's too. But yeah, those are kind of just my quick thoughts of this rumor. What do you think of it? Do you think it's true? Do you think it's not true? I'm praying it's not true, but you never know. Do you like this decision? And if this is true, which I'm praying it's not, what do you think would replace this land? So yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.